love charcoal chicken, and yes, it's fantastic if you can get it from your Portuguese shop. You know what? It's even better if you can do it at home on your barbie. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that butterflied charcoal chicken. One whole chicken that I've brought to room temperature. Always really important to do this so we get a nice even cook on our barbecue. I've also preheated my Weber and placed a convection tray and a trivet in the center of the grill. This is where I'm going to barbecue my chicken. It's also going to elevate it so it gets a nice even cook and doesn't burn on each side. So we'll put the lid down and allow that to warm up while we prepare the chicken. Now, in order to flatten this or butterfly it, I need to take the backbone off. And the easiest way to do this is with a nice sharp pair of scissors. So we want to go along both sides of the backbone. And once you've cut through the parson's nose, we'll turn it over onto the breast side and then continue to cut that backbone out. See how easy that is to do? You can also do that with the knife. This makes the most amazing stock. So if you can, try not to throw it out, cut it up, and you'll make a beautiful aromatic broth with that. So put that to one side. Now we need to flatten it. So we're going to turn the chicken over again, and then just with the palm of your hand, just break the cartilage. Perfect. Look at that. See how that's flat? This chicken is now going to cook so much faster than when it was whole. Also, because we are cooking it on the barbecue, I like to take off the wing tips because they'll go too dark. And now it's time to season it. So good drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, generous amount of salt, good crack of pepper, and that's all I'm adding to my chicken. I really want the focus to be on that charcoal crispy skin that we're going to get. I should point out I've also dried the skin with some paper toweling just to ensure there's not much moisture there when it's going to cook. So season that on both sides. Now let's get this onto the barbecue. Lift the lid, and then we'll place the chicken skin side down. You can hear that beautiful sizzle. That's what we want. I'll now turn this down to a medium heat and we'll close the lid. And I just want to prepare a little sauce to go with this, a smoky tomato salsa. This is fantastic. All you need is 4 ripe tomatoes. I'll pop them into a bowl along with a pinch of salt and some olive oil again. Just a small amount of oil, and then just coat them so they start to glisten. I'll do the same for the chili. So I've got 1 long chili and 1 small chili. So we've got the peppery and sweetness from the long chili, and this one's going to give us the heat. So that's what we're looking for. I want to get some really nice color on both the tomatoes and the chilies because that's what's going to impart that smokiness in the salsa. All right, we can put the tomatoes and the chilies onto the grill. Now, I'm going to do this on the direct heat. So we've got the chicken indirectly cooking. So just on the bars, we'll place our tomatoes just so we get some more charred flavour into the veggies. Okay, so I've removed the tomatoes from the Weber, and what I did was allow them to cool a little, and then I've peeled the skin off. You can see that I've left a little bit of the charcoal. I want that there for that smoky flavour. Also, with the chilies, you can see that they're black. They've cooled down now. You'll see here that it's quite easy to pull away all of that skin. Now, we want to do that because we want that tender flesh. Perfect. I'm leaving the seeds in because I like it to be a little bit hotter. And this small one, again, you don't have to be too pedantic. You just want some of the skin to come off. All right, that's ready to go for our salsa. The chicken's been cooking for 45 minutes. I haven't needed to turn it over. This is what's fantastic about this. It's like a little oven. The skin's going to be super crispy and caramelized, and then the chicken is going to be succulent and tender in the center because we've had that beautiful 360 degrees heat circulating around the chicken throughout the whole cooking process. All right, now it's time to rest the chicken. So we'll take it off. Ooh, smells delicious. Carefully take that off the trivet and we'll turn it over. I am so happy with that. Look how golden it is. it's perfectly golden brown from the bottom of the drumsticks all the way up to the chicken wings. Now, like any protein, we need to allow it to rest so it stays really juicy. So we'll put this to the side while we finish off our salsa. Now, I'll just place a few of these tomatoes on the chopping board, and then you can be really rough with this. We'll just take the core out. Don't want that. But finely chop this. The technical word for this is concassé, which means to crush the tomatoes. So just with your knife, roughly chop it. You can see how they're soft on the outside, but they've still got a little bit of crunch in the center. That's what I want for this concassé. All right, let's run our knife through it a few times. Now we can add our chilies. So our smoked chilies, seeds and all. A little bit of the charred part is wonderful for that smoky flavor. And then mix it all up on your board, chopping it up, being really rustic about it. Now for some saltiness, I'll add some Kalamata olives. We'll put them in the center there and then chop away again. You can be really creative with this. You can add some capers to it. That would be delicious. Onions with this will impart a beautiful sweet flavor. Whatever you like with your chicken will work quite nicely for this salsa. All right, now we need to season this because tomatoes love a bit of salt. So a good pinch of salt, some olive oil, and for some acidity, a little drizzle of red wine vinegar. Again, we'll keep chopping it. So I'll continually run my knife through this mixture, allowing all those flavors to marry together. All right, I'll get a bowl for this. We want to scoop up all of those juices. All right, let's plate this up. This dish is all about sharing, so a nice, beautiful platter to present this on. We'll grab our gorgeous roasted chicken and we'll place it in the center. And then what I like to do is just grab a spoon and just cover it in this smoky salsa all over the top. I can actually smell the smokiness from those chilies and those tomatoes. And then a generous amount of fresh herbs. I like to use a combination of parsley and basil, flavors that go so well with tomatoes. Coat them in a little bit of the oil so it glistens, and then just delicately drape them over the plate. It's not just to look pretty, but the beautiful flavor will go nicely with our roast chook. This is a beautiful way to present chicken. You've got that gorgeous succulent roast chook in the center, crispy skin, and a lovely salsa to go with it. It's super easy and it's a great way to entertain.